הרופא לשבורי לב, הרופא מחבש לעצבותם, מונה מספר לכוכבים, לכולם שמות נקרא. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. הרופא לשבורי לב ומחבש לעצבותם, מונה מספר לכוכבים, לכולם שמות נקרא. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Healer of the broken-hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars, you know where we are. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Anna, Elna, Refana,
Good morning, wherever you are. If you're watching this on YouTube or watching it here, it is such a beautiful gift to be with you this morning. It truly is. It's beautiful to kind of go deep and work on connecting with the self and divine source in community with others. So we're alone and yet we're together. This morning I pulled for us the Three of Swords, which is a card about bereavement and sadness, and also the sorrow and mourning and loss. And yet it's also the power of resurrection. It invokes the empathy of the goddess to come and support us. And it's actually a really beautiful card, the Three of Swords. And it brings me to this teaching that my Tibetan Buddhist teacher, Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, talked about, which is this concept of the tender heart of sadness. The tender heart of sadness is not something we need to avoid, and our culture is very much leaning towards what I sometimes call toxic positivity, which is this idea that you're not allowed to be sad and that you need to immediately erase the sadness and get to joy. And, you know, from the line of that Robert Frost poem, the only way out is through, we know that to jump over sadness or to push it down or to push it away doesn't heal it, it just avoids it. So today we're going to breathe into it, but not with misery, with joy, the joy of embracing our own tender hearts. And for me, last on Thursday, I lost a dear old friend, and I I sat with the sadness all day. And instead of saying, okay, stop, let's get back to real life, come on, I allowed it to be with me and it truly healed. So now I feel, of course, I feel sad that she's gone, but I do not feel the grief because I allowed the grief to really work its way through my body. So I'm not saying we should summon grief at all. I'm just saying that we're going to honor this tender heart in whatever emotions arise. And we're going to do that two ways. One is we're going to do a heart-centered breath, really breathing into the heart, and you can keep your hands here at any point in the meditation, especially if you need to call the mind back to the breath. You can place your hands here over your heart, either that way or in Anjali Mudra, where the thumbs are gently pressing into the heart center, and you're really massaging that tender heart. You also can bring the mudra out to Lotus Mudra, which is about opening the heart. So those are the three mudras. One is Anjali, the other is Lotus, and the third is just placing our hands on our hearts. And if we want to rest our hands, that's fine as well. You can either rest them palm up or palm down, but the idea is that we're going to breathe into this heart. And later in the meditation, I'm going to introduce some chakra colors that we can bring in to that tender heart. To ease the way and to celebrate this heart-centered practice. So we will begin our 18-minute sit. And the sound of the bell encourages us to close the eyes, to let them flutter shut, if you're comfortable with that. Just allowing the sense of sight, which often dominates our senses, to release, to go away for a little while. We turn our attention to the other senses, taste, smell, hearing. What do we hear far, far away and very close by? And now for the sense of touch, just gently scanning the body to see inside where this body is at this moment of life. What might be needing a little more attention today? And connecting with the seat, and feel where our body is connected to the earth. Perhaps the feet are resting upon the earth. And we sit in Earth's gravitational hug, just resting here, grounded. And connecting with that very base of the spine where the tailbone is curled under this body that's connected to earth. We grow the spine up like the trunk of a mighty tree. Low back, mid back, upper back, neck, all the way from base of spine to base of skull. Shoulders rolled away from the ears and away from each other, hanging down the back. Belly button resting back. Ribs melted back, heart resting between the shoulders, chin resting back towards the neck. Everything in the back body is long and strong. Everything in the front body is released and open. As we turn our attention to breath, watching the breath flowing in and flowing out, feeling the breath, gently massaging the muscles and bones as it expands the torso, and gently releasing them as it leaves the body, being aware of that small pause between breaths. Letting the hands rest palm up or palm down, whichever is right for you at this moment. And now we focus on breathing into the heart center, allowing that center to expand and recede with breath, just allowing us to put our attention to that heart center, feeling the breath, massaging the heart. That tender heart of sadness, that tender heart of joy, we're going to pay attention to that heart center today, deepening the breath, releasing the past and the future, connecting here to presence, to divine source. And if you'd like to use Anjali Mudra, Lotus Mudra, or simply placing your hands on that beautiful heart center, use these tools to call the mind back to the breath when she wanders away too far. Gently, gently. As we, alone together, tend to our tender hearts, one breath at a time. As we approach the midpoint of our sit, let's cycle in a few deeper breaths, perhaps breathing in through the nose and sighing breath out through the mouth for a few rounds, or just allowing the breath to deepen, releasing deeper into this sit that's dedicated to our tender hearts. Now, if we'd like, we can place the hands on the heart in any way, any of those three ways, hands just flat onto the heart, or Anjali Mudra, or Lotus Mudra, whatever feels good. We're going to bring color in our mind's eye to the heart center. And it depends what your tender heart needs today. Does it need rooting, which is the color red? Does it need creativity and passion, which is the color orange? Does it need the courage of gold and yellow? Does it need green, which is the heart center color, which is love? Does it need voice, which is the color blue? Does it need insight, which is the color purple? Does it need connection to the divine, which is a silvery white? And just holding your heart for a moment, ask what the heart needs. And then you can keep your hands there or drop them down to rest at your sides, palm up or palm down. Whatever your tender heart needs today, we're going to continue our heart-centered breath in the second part of our sit. And just include sending imagined color there on the breath. Staying connected to our tender hearts, our divine source. Just one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, we can cycle some deeper breaths through that heart center, just allowing everything to fall away except for breath and that awareness of your tender heart that you can tune into throughout the day with breath, with color, with mudra, with love. There's so many forces that instill a need for protection in us. We want to close our hearts down to protect them. And perhaps see today if you can hold the tenderness of your open heart, still protecting it, and yet connecting with yourself in this tender way, allowing whatever feelings are there to be there, breathing into them. And as our eyes are closed, I'm going to play a song to sing us out. Instead of the bell, we're going to take this song all the way through to the end of our sit. And if you would like to open your eyes, you can. And if you would like to keep them closed, you can do that as well.
הרופא נשבורי לב ומכבש לעצבותם מונה מספר לכוכבים לכולם שמות נקרא Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. Have a